In our last video, we experienced Urumqi for the very first time. We got to meet the people, try the awesome food, and just experience it for the first time as a family. But this time, it's time to dive deeper. Hello and welcome to the video. We are here in Xinjiang province in China and we're in Urumqi. This is our second video here. In our last one, we didn't do much research. We just got here, we went out, we wanted to get our first impressions and wanted to see what things were like, what we could find with an open mind without really reading into too much. It was a great video, so go check that out if you haven't seen it. It was our last one that we uploaded. Today we are out and about exploring again, but we've done a little bit more research this time. Urumqi is the capital of Xinjiang province, home to the Uyghur population. You'll often find signs in two languages here, both Chinese and Uyghur. So this is, I think, Uyghur language. And it definitely sounds different to Chinese, which is what I've been used to here in China. But this is what the Uyghur population here speak. The Uyghurs are a Muslim community here in China, and we are here as a family both to explore together and to learn. So we're starting this video off straight in at the deep end with some local food. We met a lovely girl yesterday in the park and she told us to come to Hotan 2nd Street because apparently this is where you get the best food from. So we're coming down here now. There is so much going on here.
Okay, I've just spotted like this pastry coffee thing. It looks a bit odd, but I'm going to give it a go. I need some caffeine. I feel a little bit sleepy today, so I'm going to get a coffee in a pastry thing. Let's see what it tastes like. It looks good. It looks good.
That was so cool. Whoa.
Wow, just look at that. That looks incredible.
I've never seen it before. A coffee in a pie. Tamara's going to give it a go. How much did it cost?
It was only £2, so I'm really happy about it. £2.
It looks so good, honestly.
My only issue
Never
is,
seen it.
I don't know how I'm meant to have it.
Also, just at the side of the coffee van, these nice gentlemen here in the back have given some hats, girls. So let's have a look. Bella's got hers on. Very cool Urumqi hats.
Alright, let's give it a go. I'm not quite sure what you meant to do. I don't know what coffee and pastry taste like. I'm used to kind of dipping like maybe a McVitie's digestive biscuit into your coffee or a custard cream, which I do miss custard creams. But I'm not sure about the whole pie and coffee. I'll tell you what, the coffee is really good. Probably the best coffee I've had for a while.
Here we go, coffee in a pie. I've had a steak pie before. Steak and ale is probably the closest to a drink being in a pie or a flavour. Wow, it's pretty good and quite a strong coffee as well. Right, bit of pie. Okay. Pie don't really taste of much.
If this was biscuit,
Oh.
digestive biscuit, and it was in there, but I don't know if the digestive biscuit would get soggy and it melt.
Yeah, I think that the biscuit will probably melt, but it's a good idea if they can make it strong enough because this pie is holding the liquid pretty well. So we spotted some breads that we had the other day that we really liked. So we're going to give some of these a go and we're going to compare to where I got them from the other day because these were really tasty.
I think I'm going to share one of those with Bella.
Whoa, look at that.
And can we have 3?
So we've also got some of these like lamb parcels, what we had the other day.
So it's got a mixture of beef and lamb inside them, and it reminds me slightly of a Cornish pasty. I think like if you took the comparison next to each other, maybe not the same, but they do taste good. So the guy did the mental maths for me because every single bit was like a cup of yuan each. So he's done that all for me, and amazingly all of this, which looks like I've been to a lovely bakery in England, came to £2.30.
So Scarlett, you're on the meat parcels. Are they good?
They're so good.
I think these are a little bit hotter than the other day because Bella's looking like they're a bit hot. They're a bit hot.
It's spicy.
You've only eaten the pastry.
Let Daddy have a try. Okay, here we go. Bella said they're spicy.
Let's give it a go. Well there. She's right.
Is it?
This is a lamb and beef, I think. Lamb or beef. Parcel with chilli. Wow, you were right, Bella. They're spicy. The chilli flavour, we had no idea.
It's a little bit heavier. It reminds me of like when I was younger, getting bread out of the bread maker. It's really tasty. A little bit sweet, but wow, that's really, really nice. I've gone off a little bit of the meat due to I found out what I ate in the last video, and if you know what I ate in the last video, you would understand why I'm sticking to the bread today. But it is very, very yummy.
I think I've just spotted something interesting. We've got like, it looks like beer kegs here, but this has got honey on it, and then I don't know whether this one's beer or not. So I'm going to give it a go. They've got like these big mugs on there, but I'm not going to get a big mug and walk around, but I'm going to see if they can put it in like a plastic mug. We've got some there. I don't know what it is. I think it looks like beer, but there's some honey signs on there on this one. Okay, I think it's definitely beer. Wow, right from the side of the road. Okay, so I thought it was beer, but then he put like a cap on it and he's given me a straw. So we're going to get the straw out and we're going to give it a go. It does definitely look like beer. I can't smell it as of yet, but we're going to pop the straw in there and give this a try. This was 10 yuan, so that's £1. I think it is beer. I was confused then when he put the lid on the straw, but we're going to give it a go. £1 for, is that a pint? Maybe not a pint. It's definitely beer. And it tastes really good.
I wonder what the percentage is.
We'll find out in a minute.
Beer through a straw.
I was so confused when he gave me this, but I tell you what, the lid and the straw, it's a revolution. £1, side of the road. Cheers.
After witnessing and sampling some of the amazing food on offer, it was now time to move on, and it wasn't long before the street side beer started to take effect.
Here's a great bit of creative artwork. They've made a sculpture of like a robot out of some disused surveillance cameras right there. Look at that. Very creative here in Xinjiang. So we had some delicious food down that street, and now we've made our way to like a real unique area. We've got the Grand Bazaar behind us, which is like a food area. Hello. And then behind us we've got a mosque that we're going to go see. So we're going to go check out the mosque first, and then we're going to go down the Grand Bazaar food street. So we're just crossing over the road, and as you can see, a heavily armoured vehicle behind us right there, with some like guards on top, and it's just quite common around here to get these. We mentioned in our last video that we haven't seen them throughout China, but here we've seen quite a lot of them, and that's just an example right there. But we are about to head now over the road, and we're going to try and find the mosque and see the first mosque that we've seen in China. Should be really interesting. Okay, over the road we go. It's a busy one. It's a vibrant area, is this one. There's lots going on. We've got music in the background, all sorts going on. You can really get that sort of inspiration around here of the different vibe. The buildings look a little bit different. The music's a little bit different than what we've seen in China, and it really is cool to experience. As travellers, we love coming to different countries and seeing the religious side of things, as well as the different parts of the culture, things like that. And this is the first mosque that we're going to be seeing in China. Olivia, can you remember another mosque that we went to in another country?
In KL, there was like this really cool mosque.
Yeah.
But we had to like wear things over our heads.
We did, because we went inside. We had to wear head coverings because we actually went inside, and that was the National Mosque of Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur. So we went there. We've been to loads of Buddhist temples on our travels. We've been to loads of Hindu temples. We're Christians ourselves, so we go in all the churches, and we just like to get a real feel of the place and the culture and different religions, and this is really, really cool for us, and it's great learning for the girls.
like the main mosque here. You can see it behind me, and I find it quite crazy since traveling China. Each province has its own unique thing, but this seems so different. It actually nearly feels like a different country. We've got camels behind me, statues of camels, and that is just something that you don't really associate with China at all. Or this teapot here, which is a massive statue too. And you find as you walk around, the people look slightly different. There's also different music playing in the background. It's all slightly different here. There is still a strong resemblance of China here. It is fully China here, but it is so different to everywhere else we have been in China whilst we've been travelling around.
So we are inside like the mosque area, and he said down there that this is the Grand Bazaar, the International Grand Bazaar, but then we saw the Food Street Grand Bazaar down there, which we're going to in a sec. So a little bit confusing, but this is such a vibrant place. We've got loads of people dancing at the side of us there to this really traditional music, and it does sound just so different to the other music that we've heard. It's really got that distinct different sound to it, and it's so cool to see the different cultures come together. And here is the mosque right behind us, and you can really see like the domed roofs on there and the different architecture, and it's really good to come to a place like this and experience it, learn about it, and just take it all in. What an experience. So we come away from the mosque area. That was really, really cool to go and see that and go and experience it. And now, well, they said that that was the International Grand Bazaar, but then it says Grand Bazaar down here. So we're going to this one. It said Food Street, so we can go have a walk down there and check it out. So we have come into the Food Grand Bazaar. Now it said International Grand Bazaar where the mosque was. This is the Food Grand Bazaar, and there is so much food and drink around. There's some more beer here, like what I had earlier, which was really nice by the way, and there is some music on, some dancing up there. It again is such a vibrant place. It just really gives this unique feel to it. So all the food stalls are along the inside, and just look at this architecture going through. It's got like all the mosaics on there, and the ceiling as well. It's just really cool to be here and experience, and the food smell is really, really good. There's so much on offer. Lots of lamb, beef, rice, but we are actually a little bit full from what we had earlier, so I don't think we're going to grab anything. Really cool place, really different, and it's just again somewhere you must come to if you come to Urumqi. One thing I'm unsure of is I keep seeing these eggs around, these massive white eggs. I don't know what they are. What do you think they are?
I think they're ostrich eggs.
Ostrich eggs.
Well, they must be.
There's some of them are huge.
They are really big.
And then you've got some smaller ones that maybe look like quail eggs.
Duck eggs, chicken eggs, and then they're ostrich eggs.
It's the home of eggs right here. I mean, just look at the size of that one. Absolutely huge. Another very interesting day here in Urumqi in Xinjiang. We've learned a lot, we've experienced a lot. It's been really, really cool, and we hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button if you did. We've got another video coming up from this location next. It's our last video here, and it's going to be a completely different side to this place, so you're going to want to check it out. Don't miss that. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and we shall see you in the next video.
再见。
再见。